We used to have a race-based system. We got rid of it, and now you're all trying to bring it back.
I've been Black my whole life, and I will not allow anyone to tell me that they have privilege over me because of my skin.
I'm an attorney, wife, and mom to 3 boys, 2 of which are in high school. This bill requires that schools teach ethnic studies starting in kindergarten, and I'm against this. You might ask, why in the world would a Black person speak against ethnic studies? Because not everything that sounds good is good. The definition of ethnic studies right there in the statute says that there's a connection between a person's race and their stratification. The bill tells kids of color that they are stuck in a caste system based on their race. It also tells kids, and I quote, that institutions chronically favor white people and disadvantage people of color. I'm sick of everyone denying the enormous progress we've made in this country, acting like it's 1930. We used to have a race-based system. We got rid of it, and now you're all trying to bring it back. This curriculum will not help kids of color succeed. All it does is remove any reason to try. And I repeat that, it removes any reason to try. And this is not some theoretical crap. This stuff happens. These messages are very harmful. Just last month in my high schoolers band class, the teacher took 20 minutes at the beginning of class to talk about anti-racism. He told the kids to look around. And then he said the Black boys in the school would likely not live to retirement because of racism and the police. Another furious kid of color recorded this conversation, and so I was able to hear it for myself with my own ears. If this law is passed, teaching this hopelessness to kids of color will be mandated starting in kindergarten. And I can see why you white proponents of this bill might support it. It's not your kids being told that they can't succeed, and you get to shed some of your white guilt in the process. But you legislators of color, how can you? You made it despite the invisible boogeyman of systematic racism. You were voted in by a majority of white people. You hold some of the most powerful positions in this state. Yet you want to tell my kids and other kids of color that they can't succeed? It's shameful, it's terrible. I ask that you please vote against this bill. Thank you for this opportunity.
I'd like to thank the testifiers for staying within the time period, but also please refrain from what we like to call decorum and not calling names.
Most of my teachers were white, but that did not impact me. What impacted me was seeing Mr. Berichter, my 6th grade teacher, play basketball with my dad on the school court on some weekends. What impacted me was the high expectation that my teachers had for me and the opportunity to learn how to think critically. We had it all. I read through the bill. I am disturbed about how ethnic studies is defined. The bill states that ethnic studies analyzes the way in which race and racism have been and continue to be a powerful social, cultural, and political force, and the connection of race to the stratification of other groups. But this doesn't help kids to tell them that their skin color determines their outcomes in today's society. This bill's definition of ethnic studies divides and stereotypes by race. It downplays and erases the strength of people committed to a common goal of being united. America is about life, liberty, and the individual pursuit of happiness. It's meant to be a republic if we can keep it. This 2022 MCA data, it shows that from SPPS, it shows that there's only 34% of students who are proficient at reading, 25% for math, and 25% for science. These are dismal numbers. The focus on critical race theory won't improve these numbers. That's not what I learned at Webster. It's not what I learned at home. No one is better than me because of the color of my skin. I am what it means to be Black in America. I've been Black my whole life, and I will not allow anyone to tell me that they have privilege over me because of my skin. I expect this bill to be reimagined. Get rid of everything having to do with CRT and teach our kids in an uplifting and unifying way. Raise your expectations and theirs. You owe it to them.
CRT is not racial sensitivity or simply teaching unfavorable American history or teaching Jim Crow history. CRT is deeper and more dangerous than that. CRT, in its outworking today, is a teaching that there is a hierarchy in society where white, male, heterosexual, able-bodied people are deemed the oppressor, and anyone else outside of that status is oppressed. That's why we see corporations like Coca-Cola asking their employees to be less white, which is ridiculous. I don't know about you, but telling my child or any child that they are in a permanent oppressed status in America because they are black is racist, and saying that white people are automatically above me, my children, or any child is racist as well. If this continues, we will look back and be responsible for the dismantling of the greatest country in the world by reverting to teaching hate and that race is a determining factor on where your destiny lies.
Our kids, are they half oppressor, half victim? How does that work?
And when they come home, who do they see? Do they see their mom and their dad? Or do they see an oppressor and the oppressed?
CRT is not an honest dialogue. It is a tactic that was used by Hitler and the Ku Klux Klan on slavery very many years ago to dumb down my ancestors so we could not think for ourselves. CRT is racist. It is abusive. It discriminates against one's color. We don't want your political advertisement to divide our children or belittle them. Think twice before you indoctrinate such racist theories. You cannot tell me what is or is not racist. Look at me. I had to come down here today to tell you to your face that we are coming together and we are strong. This will not be the last. Greet and meet respectfully.
Daddy teaches you can be anything in this world that you want to be, right? Don't Daddy teach you that?
Yeah, and it doesn't matter if you're black or white or any color.
Doesn't matter if you're black, white, brown, yellow, right?
Black.
And how we treat people is based on who they are and not what color they are.
And if they're nice and smart.
See, this is how children think right here. Critical race theory wants to end that. Not with my children. It's not gonna happen. My baby's gonna know that no matter what she wants to be in life, all she has to do is work hard, and she can become that.
Work hard, even though you don't know anyone. You can make friends.
Yeah, you can make friends, no matter what color they are. So we need to stop CRT, period, point blank. Children do not see skin color, man. They love everybody. If they're good people, they love them.
We pray for people that are hurt.